Hello, all you coin collectors out there, and welcome to the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we have the third in our videos on 10-cent coins from around the world. And we've had two videos so far. The first one had Aruba, Australia, Canada, Kenya, and Jamaica, and we looked at those 10-cent coins from each of those countries. And the second video had Hong Kong, Bermuda, Singapore, Namibia, and South Africa, and we looked at all their 10-cent coins. And it turns out that there's about 25 countries or more around the world that use a 10-cent coin or used to use a 10-cent coin. Unfortunately, one of them is not the United States. However, I got a little message and they said, well, what about the military payment certificate? So I'm going to show you one of those. The United States actually had a military bill, and let me see, show it to you right here. This is what they were able to use on military bases, and this is a 10 cents United States military payment certificate. So they did at one point have a small bill, not for general use, however, and this is a Series 521, a very kind of collectible collectible bill. And so the U.S. did have a 10 cents currency, but it wasn't used by the general population and was only used on military bases. That being said, where are we? Well, here we are right here. We have New Zealand 10 cents, Ceylon 10 cents, which is the present day Sri Lanka, and just a beautiful country from all the pictures I've seen. The Bahamas 10 cents, Netherlands 10 cents, and Liberia 10 cents. And I'll tell you what, I would go to any of these countries. I've just heard good things about all of them. All right, so let's start down here with the Netherlands 10 cent. It's the smallest of them. And this has, of course, Queen Juliana on the front. And these are hard to illuminate just because the materials they use a nickel here, but it's a really scratchy material, and it gets very scratched up. So here's Queen Juliana facing right. It says Juliana Koningen der Nederlanden on the front, and she has the kind of the braided hair. This is a Ludwig Oswald Weckenbach engraving, and essentially what this says is Juliana, Queen of the Netherlands. If we tip it up, we see it has a reeded edge, and then on the back, and let me get that a little, we have a crowned 10 cent. So you see 1970 10 cent. And these this is a privy mark here, and it's a rooster or a cock here. And this is just the standard mint mark here. And we see the crown and the 10 cents. There were 50 million of these made in 1970, not a rare coin at all. All right, who's going to be next? So the next coin we're going to look at is going to be the Bahamas coin. Sorry it took me so long to get that out there. And the Bahamas coin says Commonwealth of the Bahamas across the top, 1989. And this coin, when you look at it, you can actually see the seal, the state seal. And we have a flamingo here, and I'm not sure if it's a swordfish here. We have the crown here, and of course some of their motto here, which is impossible to read on this coin. It's a beaded inner rim that goes around the outside, and it's scalloped, and there are 12 notches. So this is going to be our first video where we have two notched coins. You saw the Salon one earlier. And on the back we have some bonefish swimming in the ocean, and it says 10 cents. So there's our 10 cents on that one. Next we do have the Salon, and let's just take a look at the notches. So the Salon coin, or Ceylon, or present day Sri Lanka, has 8 notches. So it just has wider notches. Now this is a coin that was made when Ceylon was part of Great Britain, or the British Empire. It's a beautiful old coin. The present day Sri Lanka coins, they're very hard to get. I've had a couple of them, and they are nice coins also, and we've done a video on them. So Ceylon, 10 cents here, 1944, and it actually, this translation down here translates into 10 cents. If we turn it over, of course, because it's a British coin, a British Empire coin, we see that we have George VI, and if we get way down in here, King and Imp, and so King and Emperor of India. Oh, there we go. Let me get. So this one, see, there we go. King and Emperor of India right here. And we see in the notches they actually have these lines. And then there's George VI right there. This is a nickel brass coin. And they made about 30.5 million. And they only made these in 1944. So they made a lot of them, but they're still hard to get just because they only made them in that 1 year. And of course, that was a war year. So nickel brass was pretty dear and very hard to come by during the war years. Next, would be World War II, of course. Next, we have the New Zealand 10 cents coin from 1978. In New Zealand, they made 16 million of these in 1978. And this, of course, is Queen Elizabeth II, facing to the right. It's the Arnold Machin portrait wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. And the back is the beautiful part of this coin. I mean, the Queen looks beautiful, of course, but on the back we see the New Zealand Maori mask, and it says 10 above it. And this 10 cent coin, again, they made 16 million of them. It is a copper nickel coin and weighs 5.65 grams. Finally, we have I just love this coin. It's a coin from Liberia, which is a country on the African continent, and it's a native Liberian woman facing to the left. Is a 5-point star at the bottom, and it says Republic. And I don't know if we can see that good. Republic of Liberia here, and we see it's a reeded edge. And then on the back we have this old, and I've seen these on some US coins and actually some French coins, some Swiss coins, I believe, have this kind of pattern on it. And it's olive branches, and it says, if it wasn't so worn down, it said 10 cents. And this is in 1966. And in 1966, this is the first year they made these in Liberia, this particular series of coins, and they made 2 million of these. Now, none of the coins I showed you are worth more than $1, so they're easily collectible. And if you wanted to get 10-cent coins from around the world, you could probably get most of them. If you kept looking for, you could probably, for $25, you could get 25 different ones. You would just have to look hard and maybe pay a little bit more than 25 if you had them shipped on eBay. All right, well, that's our 10-cent coins for today. Liberia, the Netherlands, Ceylon, the Bahamas, and New Zealand. Have a great day, and we'd love to have you subscribe to our channel, the DC Coin World International Coin Channel, and leave any comments you might have in the comments section.